cleaning the living room because, as you can see, look up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 big tall glasses missing and 3 short glasses missing. He will not drink out of 1 cup to save his life, or glass. It doesn't matter if I put his name on it. It doesn't matter if it comes, I don't know where his other, see, there's another one. He's got a cup somewhere. Oh, over there. The one that he got. So I don't know if y'all can't see it, but in that chair over there, because I brought it in out of the car, is his Captain Jack Sparrow cup that has his name on it. It doesn't matter. This kitchen stays a wreck. Okay, I vented. So, just got back from the chiropractor, my second visit. He did confirm that my hip is going to be out of whack because of 2 weeks of my back being out of whack. So I've just got to keep working it, just exercise through it, moving through it, keep moving. He even said that if I'm in a vehicle like driving, he said it may not sound like it's something that you're going to want to do, but you need to stop every 15 minutes and walk a little bit. It's like, well, praise God, I don't have to drive anywhere. So right now I've got the smoker. I came in and turned on the smoker. And then I come in here and I've got, I'll turn the camera around just a minute. This is 2 Ziploc bags with a little bit of baby Ray's and this honey that I was gifted. Oh, I need to clean the front of it off. It dripped down. This is the Colorado honey infused with the Pueblo chili. So, yeah, the little chili pepper in it, I guess. So, the honey tastes good. It's not too hot. So, I am letting those sit for a few minutes in that while the smoker gets hot enough. And they can just marinate. I should have done it last night, but I forgot. And the truth is that when I'm working and moving, my hip doesn't hurt that much. But what's weird is I can't stand still without it hurting. I can't just stand here like this and talk to you without it. At some point I start feeling it in the hip and I want to do something like move and do these weird crunch things where I keep pulling my leg up to my chest and just to keep it moving. Also, I told him, I said, well, so does it have to do with my leg too? I said, because literally from my knee down, I feel like, when you're, okay, I think about it, church. Like when I don't wear dresses to church. Our churches, it's Assembly of God, but it's very laid back. The dresses, there's just not very many women anymore that wear the dresses to church. Slacks or even jeans, conservative shirts, but you can wear your jeans and your tennis shoes and it's all good. But I still tend to cross my legs with my Bible in my lap. So when you've got your legs crossed and after a few minutes, I don't know how long you've been sitting there, I've not timed it, but all of a sudden you start realizing that leg that's been crossed over the other one is starting to go numb. So you move it and then maybe you cross the other one, or you sit there and you sort of kick it out in the eye, kick it out under the pew in front of you and wiggle your foot around until okay. This feeling in my lower leg from my knee down has a feeling of just fixing to get numb, or when it's been numb, but you've, got the blood flowing again and it's got that little bit of a dull, I want to say fuzzy, because I don't know how to describe it, because I don't mean fuzzy like a fuzzy blanket. I mean like there's something, I don't know. It's just like it's been numb or it's fixing to get numb. And he said it's all from the back. For those 2 weeks that I've hibbled, just sort of, I thought I was walking where nobody could tell my back hurt unless I'd been sitting or doing something and making myself bend over to get something and, the pain, and then you might sort of rub and walk funny for a little bit. I don't know. But all of that back stuff, he says, has caused this. So he said, just work it. He did go ahead and I laid down just on my back, and he brought my knee up, and then he twisted it at the, you know, at my waist. He pushed it this way. He did that to both my legs. And then I did that same thing he did the other day, where he lays you on your side, and you take, like if I lay on my right side, then this arm comes up and sort of takes my elbow or my shoulder or something like this, and then this left arm would come this way, and then my leg, the left leg is up in the fetal position, but the right leg, because that's the side you're laid on, is straight, and he sort of rocks on you, and then you flip and do the other thing. He did that, and then he got at the end at my ankles, and he yanked my leg, and then he yanked this leg, and then he did some neck stuff. So I still had, I don't know, I should have put this on there's going to be some of y'all that complain that I should have put it on a tripod. Just like somebody complained that I sat too long pointing the camera at the swing the other day. I didn't mean to. In fact, at some point when I realized I was pointing it at the swing, I changed. But it didn't stop that person from being upset about it. Oh my gosh. What about the mess with the turtle? Oh my word. That Lorraine. There was another one too. I can't remember what her name was. She was a cusser. She was like abbreviating the F word. Like, what the F, and then what the hell. She was a cusser. Anyway, them two was very highly upset over me tossing that turtle back in the water. But I just thought, in all my life of even picking up turtles on the side of the road and tossing them out so they don't get run over, I've done it by their tail because I didn't want to be close to their mouth. So who knew I'd cause that much drama? And granted, somebody said, well, it wasn't even in the road. Well, first off, there was something maybe a little off with that turtle. It had flies all over him. And he wasn't in the road. But it's a trail in the woods. And Jake, I was talking to Daniel. I said, who made all these trails? I said, I've been back there a couple of times with Daniel in the past. But it's been such a long time ago. And I didn't know he was still going back there. So I was like, who made all these trails? And he goes, well, this fresh stuff is from Jake and Bree. And so let me just tell you this way. If I had to get in my car and drive, now, granted, we were in the woods in the back of a neighborhood that didn't used to be there because of all these Torinos neighborhoods popping up everywhere. This neighborhood where we were at didn't used to be there. And because I said, where's the trail that we took when we come out on Williamson Road? And he goes, yeah, can't get to it anymore because Rio Vista. So that neighborhood where we were at is a good 7 or 8 miles on the road. I don't know how far it was in the back of them woods, but we crossed the river and we just kept going. Anyway, all I could think of is, I'm just going to, Alexa, stop the timer. I had the timer going for 10 minutes and now he heard it and he's going to go make the tea. I had the tea steeping for 10 minutes. Anyway, I was just thinking that if somebody come along later on that same trail, Bree was waiting for me to get back with Daniel so she could ride with Daniel because he had a new side-by-side. That one that we got, I don't know when Jake's going to put out that whole video, but we got stuck and we had to use the winch and it was all kinds of crazy. And so when we got back, though, Bree was wanting to go. So I was just like, just get him off the road, get him out of the way. Even though he wasn't all the way on the trail, in a couple of minutes, if he'd ever made his way to the trail, then he would have gotten hit the next time around. So I don't know. That just, that Lorraine, and like I said, I can't remember that other woman's name. They went off. Those poor babies were having a fit. Baby, turn it off. That's enough water. That's why it gets weak, because you put too much water. Come down. Move. Baby. Hold on, let me help him. Oh, double neck. Two chins for there for a second. So anyway, so I've been to the chiropractor today. I feel like my back feels fine. Now I'm just dealing with this hip, but as long as I keep moving, it's not so bad. But like last night when I was trying to answer comments on the, and I'm just sitting, in the chair answering comments, and literally the only way I could sit and not hurt was to cross my legs Indian style. My hip wouldn't hurt that way, and I didn't feel that weird. I'm feeling it right now. That numbing, like it's gonna go to sleep any minute or something, or it's been asleep and it's, I'm moving it now. Anyway, Sunday's my turn to cook, so I'm hoping this chicken, I think this is gonna taste good, marinated in this barbecue sauce with that honey. I think it's gonna be good. And if it does taste good this evening when we eat it, then I'm gonna do the same thing for Sunday. It's my turn to cook Sunday, and I think we're gonna eat out on the back deck. So I'm gonna go out there and do some raking and blowing, and even though it's Friday, I'm gonna keep my leg going. I also got paint for my feed room, and I may, after the feed room's all painted and done, go ahead and paint the chicken house. Go ahead and get that repainted before we ever get started on that chicken run to it. That'll be a little bit more time consuming, because I think all those boards that I used to make that little chicken run off the side, that's already there now, but it's small because it's only the width of the chicken house. I want to paint all that too, so that means the wire is screwed to it and all that. The only way I could fix that so I don't have to paint in between wires is to come back with like 1x4s treated and screw them up over the wire. So then it's just a clean board that I'm painting. And I might do that, but that's just a little bit of money, and I don't know if I want to spend it right now. Do y'all realize that we're leaving on the 17th of October? And that's like 18 days. We're leaving in 18 days. So I can't spend any more money, or we're going to be... I told Levi the other day when he said something about eating. Let me see if he'll say it again. What did I tell you? If we eat too much KFC, we weren't going to have money. Where were we going to have to sleep? Say it loud so they can hear you. Where were we going to sleep if we spend too much money? No, I said if we can't afford a hotel, where are we going to sleep? Because you want to keep eating KFC. Where are we going to have to sleep at? Say it so they can hear you.
In the car?
In the car. I told him. I said, if you keep telling me that you want to eat out and we spend all our money at KFC and restaurants, we're going to have to sleep in the car on the way home. He got upset. He said, no, we're staying in a hotel. That's what he's saying. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much money till we get back from that trip on the things around here. Even if we need them, they're not needs that have to be met immediately. They're needs that I want to do and do need to get the chicken yard done and do need, but this trip's planned. Tickets are bought for that airplane ride, and they were non-refundable, so we're leaving here. Right? Well, I got it going. It'll be easy on these sides because they're just as high as I can reach. But I'm gonna have to go get my ladder for this back and the front, because I just put my roller on a pole, but I'm still gonna have to get on a ladder to get, like with my brush in those corners. See how it's framed up there? I'm gonna have to use a brush to hit all, like do a line so I can roll up to it. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I got about 45 minutes before I have to go check the chicken. All right, see y'all in a bit. Okay, so I got the bottom section of the goat house done, and then I went and got my air sprayer, the painter, the Wagner painter. It's not the best Wagner they've ever made, honestly, the best Wagner they ever made is the one I bought 20 years ago when I got Nanny's house. And, well, actually, 22 years ago. And I had that one up until about maybe 2 years ago when somebody borrowed it. And, you know, I was a stickler on how I cleaned it out. I mean, I did the cold water, then the hot soapy water. I mean, I just did it all the way the directions told me to clean it. I took all the little parts off, the little pins inside. I mean, I cleaned everything. I ran hot water through it, hot soapy water, then I ran regular water, then I turned it over and dropped the drips of oil down into the top. I did everything ever. Get out of there, Sam. Everything it said to do. And then somebody borrowed it and didn't clean it the way I cleaned it. And the first time I tried to use it, it didn't work. I rolled it up because it felt like it was trying. If you don't move, get. Sam, I'm not messing with you. Oh, I'm not wearing clothes for video. Anyway. Oh, I'm not messing with you, boy. Everybody else done gone off and left me alone. They finally left me alone. They would not leave me alone out here while I go the goats. Frodo is smart. I can pick up this stick right here and wag it at him. And he runs like, because he was, I guess, spanked like a puppy when he was in the house. Now he knows, look at him. He's still going to. Bilbo's got a big red spot across his nose where he touched the paint. They're all just so curious. Anyway, I'm using my newer Wagner, and it's the kind that is the forced air, and I just don't think it is as good as those original ones they came up with first. Anyway, I come over here to see what time it was, so I need to go in and check the chicken. And it's time, so I can't, these out here like this is, I guess I'll put it over there on top of the goat house, and all the wire rolled up there so they can't pull it down, the cords. Look at him. All right, I'm gonna go. I'll see y'all later before he makes a mess. There it is. The whole backside facing the driveway is done. And this side is done. And a little bit around on the front before I ran out of paint. Now, this is empty except for some that you could, like, you know, with the brush, you could scrape off the bottom. Just enough that I don't want to throw it away yet. I put the lid on it and pounded it down. Although it's popped up right here, so I'll have to do it again. Anyway, there's a whole gallon not used yet. And look how much I got done with just 1 gallon, plus a little bit on the front side. Boys! Boys! Anyway, my chicken is, I went up, checked it earlier, and I went ahead and flipped it. You don't have to flip it because it's in the smoker, but I like, maybe that's silly. I like to see the marks, the grill marks on both sides. So I flipped it, and I told Levi, give me 30 more minutes out here. And that's about what time how long it's been, because I was able to use the rest of the paint, and that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to fill up this jug. I wanted to finish it out so I can go to the house and clean it. And there's Mama calling me. All right, she's on their way back from getting Lex, so let me check that. See y'all a little bit. There it is. Isn't it pretty? And it is very tasty. Like honey. Really, really good chicken. And Levi wanted garlic toast, and so I'm making a vegetable and a garlic toast to go with it. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish this up and get this out to y'all. Love you.